What's up guys, welcome back for another Yugioh Pro Duel video. Next match, Cross-Banlist Cup. Group F indeed, second match. We have Qliphorts from 2014 versus Paleofrogs. This is not going to be the 40 card list, but is going to be the cross build from 2017. So 60 card variant. The first list, of course, we have Qliphorts. They have been featured already, I think twice in the previous Cross-Banlist Cup editions. It's quite of a strong list. No towers since back in those days, back in 2014. Towers wasn't the to-go-to build. Well, you had the towers turbo, but still with wavering eyes. You know, Master Rule 3, very strong, but even then, towers wasn't the, to-go-to build. And also because the main deck outs and differences between both Europe and the States, where let's say a Shonen Jump promo was an immediate out for towers back then. But anyway, Qliphorts with triple skill drain and triple emptiness. And then we have the huge force here from 2017 being Cross Paleozoics, right? Joshua's first place list, was it YCS Prague? I think so. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So which deck has the advantage? Well, to me, before this matchup, it felt quite 50-50, and that's what we can see again, over 1,000 votes again. Thanks a lot. Again, like always, feel free to leave your predictions. Top right corner, the eye symbol, which deck is going to be the winner of the next matchup. But again, I kinda agree with this. Paleo seems to have the slight advantage over Qliphorts because, Cross looks greener, such a delicious and ridiculous card. Same for Card of Demise, of course, getting that delicious advantage over Qliphorts. But still, if I look at the Qliphort list, triple skill drain, triple emptiness, that's so strong, guys. So again, going first here with Qliphorts, I think this was fine. Again, I believe the Pot of Greed effect of Qliphort Monolith here during the end phase, and another Qliphort Scout Search thanks to stealth, so I think that's fine. Only having one set though, but the Paleo deck isn't really running, Mystical Space Typhoon or something like that. They do have the Paleo Trap that pops your opponent's spell or trap cards, right? But that's not Mystical Space Typhoon. Anyway, run into the Solemn Strike, there is like the huge weakness of the... Joshua's list wasn't running Solemn Warning in the main deck, it's now in the main deck over Forbidden Apocrypha, I believe the name is. But again, yeah, those 4 cards, Triple Strike, 1 Solemn Warning, that's terrible. Anyway, I was in a good position here with the Mind Crush set, since before he used or top decked that the Cross looks greener, he didn't have any Paleo in his graveyard. And, he would have bounced back the Swap Frog, and then I would have Mind Crushed his swap and go from there eventually, right? But nope, that Grass looks greener top deck gave him enough mills, and yeah, this is just problematic. No skill drain to prevent his effects, from going off, and that, what is it? I'm not going to butcher its name, but it's definitely very solid. Popping cards during your opponent's turn as well. I believe that as long as it has a trap attached to its Exceed materials, and yeah, this is basically a losing battle. Again, the stealth could have been important if it wasn't for Cross looks greener. Yeah, double emptiness top deck. Nope. That's not going to cut it. You know how it goes with those emptiness top decks, Maxi top decks, same situation, right? So quickly, game number 2. Again, I get to start. Again, a very solid opening hand. Opening with Qliphort Scout, pay 800 dot deck, search out Monolith, I think, and again, getting the 1 draw, I believe, here during the end phase, but getting those extra searches. And eventually, yeah, Qliphort Disc, yeah, I think I had 2 options, right? Or at least did I search stealth? I think so. Stealth, bouncing back the scout, or setting up my scale with Qliphort Disc. And eventually went for the latter here with Qliphort Disc Search. Balls to the wall, I guess. Just Pendulum Summon like 3 or 4, kinda risking either one of the 3 strikes or the one of Warning, but it does not have it. And Orchid Torrential Tribute is not that big. Again, Pendulum Scale, or at least Pendulum Summon, pre-Master Rule 4, Torrential Tribute is Dust Jack, right? Basically giving him an extra turn. Quaking Mirror Force, well, that's kinda good. Putting everything face down, again, I guess it's fine. This deck is at least it's like a built-in tribute mechanic, so keeping the monster on the field or the monsters on the field isn't really that big of a problem. I can't flip them face up back again, but anyway, I can just tribute them away for stealth and, you know, getting the extra beneficial effects of the Qliphort monsters like Helix or, you know, the other one, you know which one I mean. Anyway, so yeah, go for some damage, but again, this should be my duel. A losing battle here from my, or at least for my opponent. Mystical Space Typhoon getting rid of the Lost Wind, I think, preventing him, or, you know, reducing his options to activating those trap cards and getting those paleo monsters or paleo traps on his side of the field to potentially go for some extra rank 2 exceed plays. Some stalling, I guess, but it's not going to matter, right? This is my game, but even though he did have like 4 or 5 sets, not having the solemn set was definitely very clutch or very important, right? Anyway, game number 3, he starts off, I think, a very solid opening hand with that Foolish Burial, Armageddonite-like Paleozoic trap card, Qliphort Scout getting an extra surge, and that's good, right? And him not having that Mystical Space Typhoon Paleo trap card to prevent the Scout from surging, since my hand, if it wasn't for Scout, wasn't really that fantastic. It does top deck into Cross again, switching the pace of the duel, right? It gives him so many options. I think I'm forced to flip over Emptiness, and I think I'm in a very good position. Okay, I lose one of my Qliphort monsters here due to the fact that they have a very low defense point or defense stat, but both Emptiness and Qliphort Scout, both face up on the field, should be in my advantage. Again, him very low on resources, very low on disruption. And I'm looking at either the, I forgot their names, but you know, the Raigeki Break, well, banishes something face up on the field, and the Mystical Space Typhoon for Paleozoics are immediate answers, outs for Vanity's Emptiness, and as long as it doesn't draw into those, this should be my duel, especially with Qliphort Scout face up on the field, and, you know, just basically giving me an extra beat stick every turn. So shut down my own Emptiness, and I'm sitting on the skill tree, not really sure what my other sets are here, but again, this should be my duel, getting a huge Pendulum Summon off, and then thanks to, well, I believe double Helix and Stealth, I think, no Stealth, you know, because of skill drain, but getting in some nice damage, the extra draws here during the end phase, and again, my opponent is very low on resources, so again, this should be my duel, the floodgates again coming through, and you see here, and if Qliphort is paired up against the deck without like Twin Twister, Mystical Space Typhoon, and I'm looking at Heavy Storm or Harpy's Feather Duster, the chances of it winning are of course much higher. But yeah, anyway, so this should be my duel. Totally awesome, doesn't really matter too much here in this situation. I can get a huge Pendulum Summon off and eventually attack for game. So game number 4, he starts off, immediately reveals a Cross, looks green, like milling 20 cards? Is it 20? Over 20 cards. Yeah, what can I do, right? No hand traps, and that's the first turn, totally awesome, backed up with 3 trap cards, and that's a huge problem. So I don't really know how to, well, maybe keep the Scout and use or set up my scale with the other Qliphort monsters, and, you know, like increase the attack of my own Qliphort monsters and decrease the attack of my opponent's monsters, and maybe lure out something, or his disruption, and keep the Scout for later. Well, I don't think it didn't matter that much. My scale, I think, is set up scale 9, scale 1, but preemptively using the skill drain to force out or burn another totally awesome disruption here, but in the long run it's not going to matter too much. Him going for the Opabini, I believe the name is, lets him use the Paleozoics directly from his hand, so basically Temple of the Kings, right? He still is totally awesome, but I think he should be able to attack for the game using Daigusto Phoenix, indeed, Daigusto Phoenix, and another Paleo, since he does have another Mystical Space Typhoon to get rid of the Helix, I believe, and that prevents his monsters from, you know, getting the attack reduction, indeed, whatever, right? game number 5, the also important game number 5. So I start off, this is a decent hand, but sadly no scout, no pay 800, and on top of that, again, Card of Demise into Cross looks greener. Oh, this is it feels such an unfair card, right? Then again, Emptiness, same way. Anyway, getting a stealth on the field, you know, bouncing, at least try to bounce back one of his face down monsters and getting back my Qliphort scout here, trying to get another search, I guess, and another draw during my end phase, but attack into the, you know, one of the mirror forces, that was very important, but you know, I think this was a better play, like keeping the Pendulum Summon here, much more important, keeping my beat sticks on the field with a potential Vanity's Emptiness face up, and kinda hope he doesn't have like one of his few outs as in the Raigeki Break or the Mystical Space Typhoon, but nope, he does have it, so well played, I guess, on his part. And it's not that one of Disruption that is bad, that I lost my Emptiness now, but it's the fact that, well, he got the Cross off earlier, and that's that game over. GG, well played. The Emptiness could have kept me in the duel, but nope, I think he could have gone for a game by going for, what is it called, the cat thingy, cat shark, I believe the name is, you know, that doubles the attack. But whatever, right? I mean, he has a totally awesome on the field, 2 back rows, one of them being Lost Wind, I think, or two, yeah, 1 Lost Wind, 1 Torrential, I think, and he also has the Disruption during my own turn. No, that's game. Phoenix is protected, Daigusto Phoenix is protected by the Devpro, so yeah, GG, well played. Very solid matchup, going back and forth, very interesting run, but I think we have a well-deserved winner here, with Paleofrogs, 60 cards, taking it over Qliphorts. So again, next matchup, finally we have the big hitter here, Zoo DX. It's not Kaiju Zoo, the list will be changed of course, but it's still going to be Zoo DX, paired up against Necros from 2015, so that's also a change due to feedback from the previous video. And again, both very strong list, guys. Again, like always, feel free to leave your prediction, either in the top right corner, the eye symbol, or, you know, like a comment down below which deck will win the next matchup. Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and feel free to leave a comment or like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.